Wednesday episode of Robeytech, as all part of the celebration of month of builds. Obviously it's been a busy day, so we have, I see some people talking about the 40 series and all that stuff. We have a video that should come out right in the middle of this whole thing, but today we are here for AMD. So we are celebrating AMD and Radeon. We have their RDNA 3 announced coming up on November 3rd, and the best thing about it, with all of the stuff that I've kind of learned, is like we're starting to get an idea of where some of these, what used to be flagship cards, and for AMD still the flagship card, still can have a place in your build, specifically with kind of where things are starting to land. And we have a whole video coming out about the 6950XT and the bonus that is using AMD Radeon with things like FSR and smart access memory and all that sort of stuff, and how some of these builds that, for cards that are now close to just, right around $899, still have a lot of juice and a lot of life in them. And when you pair them with good parts like what we're kind of doing today, you can make pretty epic builds that are more than likely going to do you a lot of good for a long time at 1440p or 1080p gaming. So really excited about today's episode. We're going to build a really good PC that's not going to break the bank, that's using a 6950, that more than likely is on par with a 4080 12 gig if you basically do the rasterization math that kind of came out today. And it's exciting, right? And so I think there's a lot to kind of look at with these new cards, and today we're just going to kind of hang out, do a good build, and have some fun. Oh, jeez. What was I thinking? Also, we're going to give away a 6650 XT and a 6750 XT to 2 lucky people right here on the show as well. So all the rules are over in Discord. If you're curious about if you're eligible to win a GPU, you got to go check the rules in Discord, because that's the way that it works. And yes, we still have all the rule stuff. You're going to have to pay taxes on and all that sort of fun stuff, but it should be super cool. And it's going to be a lot of fun. People are asking, it's like, well, what would I do if I had a 6560 or 6650 or 67? You can gift it, right? Like those are still dang good cards. And for a lot of people, the equivalent of building around a 3070 or a 3060 Ti, right? Which is like, I know I use those terms because a lot of people need that kind of that translation for people to kind of understand where things are. Thank you so much, Jedi Spidey, for the sub, BMOC as well. So I appreciate it. And all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we're giving away 2 GPUs tonight, and it should be a lot of fun. We're here to answer questions. We're here to obviously, talk to folks and all that sort of stuff as well. Obviously to answer anything that you guys might have as we go through this, and it should be a lot of fun. And I've got some presentation at the end. We're not going to do any gaming because, again, we're going to get to the end of this and just kind of enjoy the build process and stuff like that, and go from there. But huge shout out to obviously Newegg and to AMD for sponsoring today's stream, for allowing us the opportunity to do all of these giveaways, and at the same time, just have some entertainment for you, and go from there. So how do you feel about having different CUDA core counts? I have a video coming out on that today. If you guys want to see all the stuff for that, I have all of my answers to that. I saw that Jay and some other ones are being pretty hard on the whole thing. Again, I also feel in a lot of ways that people are being, I don't know, it's hard, right? Until we test them, we don't know. The official answer from NVIDIA was that we thought the GPU was capable enough of the moniker similar to the 308010 and the 308012, even though whatever it was, they decided to name it. Now, whether it's on par with a 4070, they're saying it's 3 times more powerful than the 3080 with DLSS. That's just kind of what they're saying. And so again, it's within their right to do it. I don't know if, I know that it's an A104 model of their chip, which was on par with what they used to label and name their stuff. But again, naming conventions for GPUs have kind of been all over the place. And until we actually get them, and then we see where it is from where it landed from a performance standpoint and everything else, it's hard, right? Because $899 for a 4070 is a lot of money. So there is no, so here's the deal, guys. They have been so I've been through all of the stuff. They haven't talked anything about what the only thing they've done is they've talked about the performance uplift using only DLSS 3.0, which is completely crazy. So that's where it is. It's going to end, yes. That's why we're doing today, because today this is cards that we can talk about. We know what the performance is. We know what it does. and right now it's kind of not in fake world until we actually get our hands on them, which will happen. Then we can have more information. And again, we'll have a whole video on that. That's going to be coming out very soon. So and it will be out tonight. So just pay attention to that. You can look at it tonight, make your own decisions. There's just a bunch of things that I think are a little bit misleading that people aren't understanding. There's just stuff we don't know, and so it's hard to really judge things until we have the data. But that's what's going on. That's what we want to do. That's what we're trying to do. So that's it. That's what's happening today. It should be a good show. I'm really looking forward to it, and we're going to do some AMD stuff today, which is going to be fun. Because again, we are literally on the eve of the launch of 7000 series. We are on, just almost a little bit less than a month and a half away from the Radeon RDNA 3.0 stuff. And I think what I want to do, I'm really excited about the video coming out on Friday, because I think a lot of people are, what is happening is people are, there's almost like this hive mind thing that says I have to have the newest thing. And there are so many opportunities with current gen GPUs and the prices and stuff like that to help, that are really going to do a lot of good for people. And what I feel people need to do is be honest with themselves about what they need, because this GPU is capable of 200 plus frames per second on Call of Duty, 200 plus frames per second on Apex Legends, 100 plus frames per second on Cyberpunk, over 100 plus frames per second on Tiny Tina's Adventure. When you think about what that is, and then what the next gen may cost you both for CPUs or GPUs, you need to be honest. It's like, do I need to spend that money for something that's really not going to impact my ability to play games for a long period of time at a resolution that's good? And so again, I feel like everybody wants to get caught up in the drama instead of just saying, hey, internally, I want to look at myself and make a decision about what is really honestly best for me. So, and that's kind of the thing. So I want to be kind of the middle ground here, because I don't have, it's fine. We're sure we make some money off affiliate. It's far less than what I make on a lot of the other things that I do, which is, for me, honestly, is more about you guys supporting us here in in Twitch side, and me just being honest. Because if you guys just don't buy any hardware, and if you guys wanted me to just donate all my affiliate stuff, if you could, so that way you'd believe me a little bit more, I would be absolutely fine doing that, if that's what it took to just basically say, I want you guys to do what's best for you. I don't care about anything that's in terms of coming for me, because I'm okay. You know what I mean? So yes, I am saying that you probably don't need, yes, Schweb, that is exactly what I'm saying. I don't want to make you doubt yourself. The other thing too is that can be people, right? There are people who can't afford to be on the bleeding edge and stuff like that. I think people aren't honest with themselves. Just because something is newer or older, that it's not okay to basically be okay with that, right? It's like the people who are like, hey, I could go get a used car that's a year old, that's not going to lose money on it and still end up being a better investment, right? Versus spending money on something that you're not going to get anything really out of, and you've just spent more money on it because of what it was labeled, or the fact that it was version 1. Technology is always improving, and the problem is there's always going to be an upgrade. I mean, we're already a little less than a year from the next upgrade, and so the thing is you could always wait, or you could just bite the bullet and maybe save yourself some money at the same time. So, but yeah, that's kind of there's my diatribe. But today's just about like, I'm celebrating in some regards, because I'll be transparent, right? Like, when BMOC and Maiden, even Org in some regards, just some of the guys who I talk with on a consistent basis about, Zeiston is another one, who I talk to on a consistent basis about the cards that they choose. There's a lot of things that I got to become educated about as I was working on this video, and then on this video, and then on the stream, about some of the things that AMD's doing. And it got me excited about some of the strategies they're implementing, specifically around like FSR 2.0, their platform agnostic approach to try and help basically all GPUs. This doesn't just help things like Radeon cards. It also helps NVIDIA cards, and it helps Intel, ARC cards. But by doing so, having a larger power, a larger mass adoption of developers who develop like things that are going to only help improve your gaming experience. So if you were to get like a 6950, unlike the story that we got from Team Green today, the stuff that's going to happen with like an FSR 3.0 or whatever it was will have an impact, will continue to improve your experience on these older Radeon cards, which is actually pretty cool. I do mean ARC cards, yeah. So it's just fun. It's cool, and I'm excited to get to be a part of it. So anyway, let's talk about the giveaways, because there are giveaways today. A couple things. One, giveaways. We are still going to be doing the Newegg gift cards. So if you like this content, if you want me to continue to be honest with you, if you want me to continue to make content, head on over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live and hit that thumbs up button. You have to go to youtube.com/C/Robeytech Live. I did notice that Robeytech Live for some reason points to Robeytech, which is great, but I need you to go to the bigger channel with 260,000+ subscribers. Head to this live stream, hit thumb up. We hit 250 likes, we'll give away a $25 Newegg gift card. We are also going to be celebrating, if you guys want to continue to help us, it's September. We're giving away a stealth PC here, and we're also giving away, hey Farger, what's up, man? We're also giving away a GPU as well. So if you want to get in on that GPU giveaway, not the ones that we're doing today, for the month of August and September, you can go on over, head to twitch.tv/Robeytech, drop your free Amazon Prime subscription. That gets you an entry in. If you want to subscribe, if you want to get extra entries, you subscribe at tier 1, that gets you 3. Subscribe at tier 2, that gets you 5. If you subscribe at tier 3, that gets you 10. So that is also happening. And then lastly, we're giving away 2 Radeon RX cards. We're giving away a 6650XT and a 6750XT. That is just going to happen regardless, and we'll probably be doing all of that at the end of the stream. But Farger did something, Manny did something. Why don't we just get that hype train going? Because remember, if we get 2 hype trains, we'll give away another $25 Newegg gift card as well. So let's get the hype train going, and let's then we'll start kicking things off. So thank you very much, Jukuda, for the sub and all that sort of stuff, and thank you, Farger, for the 10. Thank you very much for that. It was weird we didn't have your name for the last 2 weeks, Farger. We've missed you, and I know that you've been on WoW, but I've been kind of sitting idle because I got my level 70 just basically ready to go for a launch here on the 26th. So hype train is close. One more, and then we're going to start kicking off hype train. You've been on vacation. Well, welcome back, my friend. I was good. I saw you on Amazon, so it was good to have you back. Did you have a good vacation? How do you feel about the changes coming to Twitch? Yeah, that's another I know. Wow, so much drama right now. The Twitch thing is interesting, right? It doesn't impact me, but what I can say is that this is what happens when you don't have competition. And one of the things I really appreciate about where we are in the tech space, specifically between kind of the 3 big players that are happening right now, what I see happening to Twitch is that Twitch has all the power. And what you're seeing is them flexing that and people not having good opportunities or options to go somewhere else. So, you know, for me, I'm not anywhere near that threshold, right? So, and the other thing too is I'm an affiliate. Twitch was kind enough to give me an affiliate that allowed me to stream to both platforms, which is one of the reasons we did it. Dwum Slayer, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. I still love that name. So yeah, it is what it is. I want them to do better. So it's kind of my thing. So Zenith, thank you for the 5 bits. Bandito, 100 bits. And then we got Farger dropping 400 more bits. And we are now on our way towards that hype train. So yes, Elusive, we are absolutely going to be doing that. I'm doing good. I'm doing very well. Yes, we are doing that. And we'll have those and on day 1. So for sure. I like this. Somebody's asking, do I like the designs? I like the Zotac one so far. The rest of them are pretty boxy. I think, you know, one of the things I said is I feel like the Aorus one looks like the 2000 series and 30 series had a love child. But the, you know, I wasn't as excited about them as I was with the last gen. But I feel like, what can you do when you have to deal with like the beefiest cooler in the world? So yeah, the ROG does look weird a little bit, but I mean, I actually don't mind the tough one. That one's pretty good. Bittersweet, 5 gifted subs. Riddick, 5 gifted subs. Guys, we are over 600, and we are on our way, 30% as well. That's what I'm trying to do, Com. I'm trying to be honest. And not everybody's perfect. Nobody is perfect in this wide world of anything, right? So, but I just want to give you guys the information and just say, hey, this is an option, and it's an okay option, and you don't need our edification to be okay with your purchase. You've seen me here on the show actually attack people who are putting other people down for their choices, and it's like, you know, it's like people are like, hey, I'm a console gamer, and people are like, what the? It's like, no, that person's happy being a console gamer, more power to them. And the fact that they're like, all it matters is I'm happy, great, then you are fine. You don't need me to tell you that you're going to be better. Like, why does that have to happen? You have to be okay with making your own choices. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. I know. I like the word edification. Yeah, it's almost like what's the other one? Elucidate. Another word I like to use a lot of. So that's right. Yeah. It's exciting, and honestly, we have a lot to be thankful for the team over at AMD for like things like smart access memory, which is giving CPUs more access to GPU RAM, which is in a lot of ways allowing basically the GPU to fight bottlenecks that it used to have because CPUs don't seem to be catching up. I know somebody was basically saying that GPUs are becoming the new CPUs in a lot of ways. Yeah, we do need access to some of that compute stuff. I'm a sesquip. What is that? I don't even know what that means. So Jedi Spidey, based on that choice, I think you're in really good spot. I think the only thing you're going to get that's more powerful than that is actually potentially a 4090. So yeah, the EVGA news is a big deal, and it's unfortunate. I am bummed because I was like, oh, with all this launch coverage, I was talking to Jacob this morning. I was like, oh, with all this launch coverage, I'll just use their new ATX 3.0 power supplies, for the stuff that's going to be coming out here, in next month and in January and. They're not going to be ready, so I'm going to have to find somebody else potentially, right? I do know that they're backwards compat, but we're definitely going to want to do stuff with PCI 5 and all that sort of stuff, and so yeah, I'm kind of a little bit bummed. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm good. Thank you very much for asking. We're just letting people kind of chime in here a little bit, and we'll get started. I'm doing good. AHX ADO, appreciate it. So, Hype Train's active, guys. We are right on the verge. We're literally just going to get there. We're just going to hit it. I'll tell you what, if we get 1,000% today, we'll give away a 5800X. If we get 1,000% anytime today on the thing, just to celebrate the fact that we're doing stuff with AMD, we're kicking it. We're off of the mainstream right now, doing our own thing. We get 1,000% on any one of the hype trains. We'll give away a 5800X just to celebrate. Are the graphics? We don't know yet. Landmark, I don't know. We don't have the answer to that because we haven't seen RDNA 3 yet. RDNA 3 is supposedly supposed to be much more power efficient, much cooler. So we'll have to see. But we don't know until we can see the GPUs. And again, we haven't seen some of the new stack from NVIDIA either. So, but yeah. This is The Verge. What? I didn't say it. Wait, where did that come from, Khalik? What is he saying? Xavier Goyette, no. The answer to that is no. And I have it, like I said, I'll have a video about that going later on. But again, both companies are doing a pretty good job of maintaining costs by limiting the amount of actual devices that are in the market, and by doing that they create an artificial scarcity, and in having an artificial scarcity it essentially keeps prices flat. Now the thing is because they aren't producing new cards, yes, they have a gluttony of them to produce and to sell, but because they are only allowing them to go in, they're fine with selling them over the next 6 to 8 months or 3 to 5 months at the cost that they're basically doing, which unfortunately for AIBs is losing the money, but regardless they're okay with it. So because they're not producing new stuff, I think you're essentially going to see GPU prices be pretty flat and basically stay the same until they just trickle and disappear from the market. So, do you have a PC at home? I have 7. So yes, I have a PC at home. 6 seconds. I think we're done it for today. Let's get to building. I think Dream Crusher's right. I love that guy right there. First time chatting, and he goes from there. Let's talk about what we're going to put in today's build, because the focus for today it's a $2,200 6950XT build. When you think about 22, and even this time, you could even save money, but given it was a 6950XT, I still wanted to use some of the top stuff from AMD when I built this PC today. But I wanted to show, there's something just around about the $2,000 mark that is really good. From a consumer standpoint, and so it's where an average PC, but at the same time, what this PC is capable of for what you used to be able to buy for $2,200 and what you can buy for $2,200 now is actually pretty ridiculous. And I feel like in the next 3 to 5 months, as you see some of this older hardware kind of phase out, you will see the same thing kind of happen, where what we were paying $2,200 for may not be as powerful as what you could have gotten for $2,200 today. So at the center of this is the MAG X570S Carbon Max Wi-Fi. For the CPU for this, I teetered back and forth between a 5950X or a 5900X, but I wanted to air cool it for a couple reasons. Air cooling, you're saving a little bit of money in terms of an air cooler versus an AIO, depending on the AIO you basically wanted to purchase. But the other thing too is that, like, there's a simplicity to it. So if this is something that somebody was like, hey, I'm going to go do my first build, an air cooler is actually a little bit easier to basically manage and install than an AIO. The other thing too is, like, there's a lot of myths around air cooling right now. That may all completely change here very soon in the next couple months as we look at the new hardware that's kind of coming out there. But for 5000 series, specifically around the 5600X and the 5900X, the world of air cooling is very much a possibility. And then, you know, at the same time, it's just so we can kind of get through it and build something and make it look nice. We had a gluttony. I mean, like, seriously, 2 years plus straight. And so we just hadn't done a ton of air cools, and there have been some nice air coolers that come out between Deep Cool, Noctua, Be Quiet, and then even with stuff like the V-True that, you know, at the same time is just this kind of this renaissance that it's been kind of fun to kind of throw those in there. So we're going to be using a new air cooler today for this. We've used the white version of this, and I know that BMOC and those guys are going to be happy. We're going to be using the new Deep Cool AK620 from Deep Cool. And so just really very excellent coolers, and should be more than powerful enough given the airflow we've done inside of the pop to do a good job of cooling. For storage, you know, I'm doing a new resurgence of stuff. We have a video coming out next week with WD Black, just going over their entire kind of stack of NVMe SSDs. And this is the SN770. It's like the, not quite, it's like the just PCIe Gen 4 enough NVMe SSD. It's just really, really well priced NVMe SSD. It's nice and fast. It's got good endurance. Probably one of the best bang for the bucks Gen 4 NVMe SSDs on the market, and honestly, it just looks good. You know, so you get a little bit of that smexy while at the same time going from there. For RAM, we're going to go a little bit. We're not going to do 3600. I saved a little bit of money here. Honestly, performance could have, this could be a place you could spend a little bit more money, but I kind of went with what I had in hand. I probably would do a 3600 megahertz kit of this over 3200 megahertz, just given DDR4 is starting to phase out, given that you can't really use DDR4 here pretty soon once we have you know, Raptor Lake and with Ryzen 7000 series. So we're going to use 32 gigs of CL16 3200 megahertz Team T-Force RAM. Great RAM. It performs very well. It's such a great kind of budget group of memory, and it also looks good. The RGB is fine, which means you're already going to get 200 to 300% more frames just because of the RGB. And you know, it's just, I'm just happy with the RAM. So there it is. Yeah, there we go. 65, and then there we go from there. Okay, for our this is overkill a little bit. It is a 6950XT, but I love these. These are new from Fantex. This is their new amp, 1000 watt, 80 plus gold PSU. It's small, which is one of the things I've been really happy about how much smaller PSUs have become. It is done by Seasonic, which Seasonic's a great brand, and it just all in all, like, it just makes it a whole lot easier to kind of manage. It is fully modular and is more than enough power for our GPU, which, you know, here is the crown jewel of this whole thing, the AMD Radeon 6950XT, which we just got finished. We got a bunch of performance numbers for you if you're curious. We did, in this case, just to kind of prove our point, actually pair the 6950XT with the 12900K, which is still kind of the king of gaming GPUs until we see what happens with 7000 series. And so just to say, like, if you were to even pair this with an Intel, which still gets you access to, you know, to smart access memory and all that sort of stuff, and rebar and everything else, is still a good thing. So again, just showing that there is some neutrality that exists with the Adrenalin software and stuff if you don't necessarily pair this with an AMD CPU. But then again, you've got that AMD advantage should you decide to do that. So we wanted to kind of do both as part of this video and this series. So 850 watts seems more realistic. Yeah, so the one thing is that, and I don't know what it is on the AMD side, I'll be completely transparent, but one of the things that we are dealing with is I just forgot the word, but you get these power spikes. And so a lot of these cards, especially on the higher end cards, when they're doing high wattage loads, like say for instance renders or things like that, you can actually have spikes in power that can, in some cases, fluctuate above 850 watts. So transient, that's what I was looking for. Transient power spikes, thank you. It has been a day. So transient power spikes, that's a lot of times where you'll see people like myself, you'll see people who, usually in the tech community, tech enthusiast community, on the overclocking side and stuff like that, who'll usually talk about using power supplies that are above the recommendations from folks like AMD and all that sort of stuff. So 1,000 watts is usually something that I'll recommend for like a 6950. It seems to be something they've fixed potentially in the 4000 series. It's something they talked about this morning. That'll be in the video. But again, 1,000 watts, you can deal with anything that kind of comes out of that, both on the CPU or the GPU side, and you're just a bit safer. So, yeah. Just went to the link. You're almost convinced me to not spend 7,000. Okay, so I'll be honest. That's the other thing too. Is like, again, when you start looking at this build, and then what you're going to have to do to go to next gen, which is DDR5, more expensive motherboards, all that sort of stuff. This starts to look pretty nice, and you are taking advantage of the fact that these new GPUs and essentially the crash of crypto mining. Getting a new GPU like this and buying all of these parts and what it's capable of doing, pretty impressive. So, yeah. What's your thoughts on EVGA jumping out of the GPU market? I think that it's nice. I think it's nice to see companies trying to stand up for their rights. You know what I mean? I kind of equate it, and I know this is a weird thing, I kind of equate it to what happened with G4 though. I don't know if you guys know anything about G4, but there was a G4 co-host who pretty much stood up for her rights too, and at the same time just said, look, I'm sick. I'm essentially sick of what people are doing to me, and I feel like it's not fair. And a lot of people backed and supported him, and she was absolutely right in doing so. But essentially, in a lot of ways, it resulted in what essentially became almost the death of G4, and that's the same thing I don't want to have happen with EVGA, right? I know that they make a lot of their money off of their PSUs and all that sort of stuff. I'd like to see something paladinic where they're standing up for their rights and then to watch that work out. I still care about the people who work there, and there are really great people at EVGA, and as long as they are okay, then I am okay. But I am concerned when you lose something that was so responsible for such a large part of their revenue. Now, not their profit, but their revenue. So, yeah. Not Morgan Webb, no. She was a new host over at G4. Yeah. But yeah, that's my thing in that. So, okay. 58 is tough to cool though. Yes, it is. But again, you can do that with you can definitely do that with some really nice AIOs and stuff like that. So anyway, this is the build, and then of course I got to have a little bit of pop of color. It's funny. I then decided it probably would have been better to do something red, but blue is my favorite color, guys. And no, it's not. There's no Intel shilling here. I just really like the color blue. I did before I even got into tech, but I like the color blue. I liked how this GPU looked in it, so I went with blue. So that's where we go. Great case though, brand new one. We've used it a number of times, and I was like, hey, this is a great case if somebody's looking for something inexpensive as well. So EVGA makes motherboards. Yep, they do. They make the dark and they make the classified, and they are great boards, but they are for enthusiasts, and it's very, very small market there, and they're very pricey. That is true. Okay, so let's go ahead and start getting building, and then we'll go from there. Sorry about that, Zooty Zombie. I'll be honest, most of the people who end up in my stream, just because of how generous my community is, ends up not having to deal with the ads because they're all subscribed. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I mean, but again, that's between them and their CEO. Okay, let's get started, guys. Okay, now we don't have the first prediction, but don't worry. Our next builds next week, we will have those, because I can confirm that 7000 series does have socket covers, and so we will be able to add those predictions back in. But for this, we do not have it here. Oh, this is thank you for the MSI sample performance qualifications. Obviously, when you get samples, sometimes you get these little books inside of them, and you're like, oh, cool. So, It's okay, Zudi. You're not offended. You don't have to be subscribed. I'm just saying most of our folks are subscribed because people gift subs all the time. Absolutely real. We will absolutely be doing them. And all next week. You guys can tune in for all next week. We'll be doing all sorts of those builds with 7000 series. Yeah, we can start the RAM prediction, Blondie. Blondie's trying to get things started. Thank you for all those subs, guys. There's Riddick. See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. We have a very amazing community. I like this. I like this X570 board. I'm sad that it took us so long to be able to use it. Okay, so here is our X570 board from MSI. Perform in life, guys. Not only does this improve your game performance, it helps you perform in life. Look at that. Such a pretty board. Ugh. It is. Yeah, exactly. You should order it tomorrow. It's going to help you perform in life. Okay, there we go. It's a pretty board. I do like the stylings of the MSI Mobos, for sure. Oh, no. Hold on. Sorry, guys. 1 second. My dogs. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now we got this. Let's get our motherboard in. Thank you very much for the sub, love. It's been a while, Burke. It's been a while. Luckily, I've just gotten better at it. I think that was just noobness with building PCs. Like I had to like bend down, but I've become much more Jedi master with the. I've become much more Jedi master. With getting the screws in for the NVMe drives. Okay, here is, this may be, I'm trying to think. I wonder if this will be one of the last. You know, it's funny. I was thinking the other day that, you know, people talk about with your kids that you'll have the last time, you never remember the last time you picked your kids up just one day, you just don't do it anymore. And I'm always curious now, as I do these builds, will this be the last Ryzen 5000 build that I do? You know what I mean? Because I mean, there's a possibility that could be true. So it's like, oh, will this be the last Ryzen 5000 build, or are there more? I don't know. I'm trying to think right now, and you know, this could be it. This could be the last one. Let's do team group. Let's do 95. I think 95 is a good safe one. Okay, I'm opening it up because I don't think this is all new. The MSI and the team group. Okay, well, while we have to wait for that thing to happen, we're gonna let the predictions go. Let's go ahead and put the NVMe SSD in. There's your prediction, guys. Get it while it's hot. You guys are in it for the win it. Was the last time I did duck butt? You guys know that? Wow, that's impressive. I don't even know that. Oh, this is all new parts. People are in it today. I don't know, guys. This is new. I don't actually know how well the decibels are going to be on this one. No, Guardy, I don't think that. I don't think that for the majority of consumers that it makes a difference still, you know what I mean? And because this is not the first or last time, and until we see like a giant performance difference, or at least the same across the board, then I think it could change. It is definitely getting better, but I don't think there's enough yet to move the needle quite yet. But I hope it happens. You want it to. You want it to happen too. Okay, there it is. Oh, you changed your name, huh? What'd you do? Was there a reason? Okay, let's go here. We're gonna put in our little bit. What's up, Bernie? Trying to become a streaming? How do you become a streaming? And you know, of course, I'm kidding. I know what you were saying, but it's funny when you say it wrong. Oh, really? Yeah, consoles are still hard to get. What did you guys think about the Logitech G announcement, right? The new G Cloud? I wrote Logitech to see if we could get a hold of one. I want to check it out. We're still waiting, Bobby Cat. Still waiting. I did get confirmation from Linus and team and some other people that they would be down. But it's a cloud gaming device, Natural G-Craft. It's not made for. It's not for. You don't need a lot of storage. So I've used xCloud before. It's magical. I know a lot of people are doubters, and yes, you need pretty good connectivity, but it's way more magical than people think. Okay, let's go and pop this in here. SN770, like I said, good. Just a great card. Oh, the Kishi, yeah. Or the backbone. I need to get one of those PlayStation backbones. Those are nice looking. I actually have a Xbox one, but there's something about the color white. Yeah, Racer Pros I have. We have done a build. We put it in the Fractal, the Pop XL. We put it in the Pop XL. So we did it just recently, actually. I'm gonna cover this mounting hole because I'm crazy. Okay, just for you guys. Just for you guys, getting the duck butt. Oh, stretching out those glutes. There we go. A little duck butt there. A little bit of duck butt. There it is. Duck butt. Whew. Guys, my buns feel tighter. These buns of steel. I should have done it. Should have gotten lower. There we go. There it is right there. Yeah. A little bit of the shake, you know. Oh man. Okay, so there you go. You got your duck butt in. Okay, looks like predictions done. I know that Blondie's really proud of me. By the way, one change is going to happen, guys, and I don't think most people even know that this thing exists. This angle is about to go away. We're actually going to be putting this camera. More than likely going to be moving this camera behind us. So that way we can get a better shot of when I'm working behind me. And this is just such an infrequently used angle. So unfortunately, I know for a lot of people it's been like the nose hair cam, but we're going to be retiring that because, yeah, I mean you do get the better shot of duck butt. You know that is true. But in terms of it'll be better for you guys to be able to get. It'll be better for you guys to be able to see build stuff behind. Yeah, Blondie will appreciate it. Okay, let's get the clicks done, guys. We'll get one more. It'll be a surprise for Blondie. Okay. Oh, hold on one sec, guys. Hold on, I gotta. What is it? Hold on. I'll be right back. You guys think that we'll get the right click this time? Do you think 95 is going to be good enough? Oh, I felt like I just need to wake you guys up. Oh man, I broke my chair. You guys needed a little bit of something. Yeah, we've got some pretty exciting stuff cooking up for Halloween. We got a potential collaboration, so that's going to be fun. I did something else. I also found out. You freaked Blondie out. I also found out that I think at TwitchCon, I think I'm going to be doing a build with Jordan Fisher. So that'll be kind of cool. My daughter's very excited. The collab is, I'm not going to say anything yet until I know it's a thing, but they reached out to me, and that should be fun. Natural gift. Let's see. So we just bought a Mac, so I mean, for around the same price, the Origin Evo 15S I just reviewed was fantastic. For gaming, it's going to be a whole lot more. But we're breaking into the world of Mac gaming, so I could be wrong. I mean, we're going to learn more about Mac gaming here now pretty soon. Okay, here we go. You guys ready for clicks? Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. 95. What will the Team T-Force do? We'll apparently not pause the music. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, that was really bad. That was really bad. Like 76. Okay, let's hope this one's better. We got 4 guys, but this is pretty mushy. Oh my gosh, I do not think this is gonna go very well. I am not getting very good clicks on this one. Come on, baby. Don't lose so many channel points. Oh my gosh, guys, it's not clicking at all. This is not doing very well at all. Okay, one more. Oh God, guys, that was it. 74. That was terrible. The answer is no. The answer was no. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. It just didn't click. Apparently I need to use a hammer. Is it really your birthday? Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, record. Those are the sloggiest ones I think we've ever had. Has that been the lowest? I think that's the lowest. Congratulations, happy birthday, SRT Baltazar. That was bad. That was really bad. Kel's Kitchen, it's just for fun. Happy 46th birthday, my friend. 46 is a great year. A year and a half. Okay, he's been subscribed for a year and a half. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna sing happy birthday. Okay, SRT Balthazar, I feel like, you know what, it's your birthday, let's do it. And it's 46, okay, guys ready? La 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 la, yeah, okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear SRT Balthazar. Happy birthday to you. There you go, man. Happy birthday, my friend. I'm sorry it was terrible, but it is what it is. Oh, is it, wait, Pig Radio, is it really your birthday? Because I will sing to you too, my friend. Because Pig is, like SRT, longtime subscriber. Really, it is your what is your birthday? How old are you? I don't know if I could do it yeah. Okay, so I gotta do happy birthday to Pig Radio. If it is, dude, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pig Radio. Happy birthday to you. Dude, happy birthday, my friend. That is awesome. That's awesome. Happy birthday. Look at you. You and SRT Balthazar do together. There you go. It's birthday week here on the show. Okay, so let's get this going, and then we'll go from here. Okay, so let's get our cooler installed. You're very welcome, my friend. Earth, Wind, and Fire kind of day. Whose birthday? Whose other birthday? I know we give. So we do give. I just want to let people on our team. We give them birthday gifts every month. We try to celebrate as many birthdays as we can, and then going from there as well. Once a week singing stream. I'd actually like that. That'd be fun. Because I've been working on my bass. Working on the bass. Because my family's very, very musically inclined. Okay, we're finally opening up this very smexy cooler. Oh, there it is. Okay. I like their coolers. And the one thing that Org is already probably paying attention to is, will he put it on the right direction? Oh, it's silver. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so it's silver and black. Okay, that's a little bit of a surprise. I thought it was all black, but it's silver and black. Silver and black. There we go. See what I mean? It's just it's like a nice square. Ooh, you know, I just thought about. And the deep cool goes at the bottom. Just gonna, oh, that's a fail. Well, I guess we could, well, no, it's, okay, so we're gonna need to use low profile RAM. This is one of the things I do like about the U12A, is that you can use almost any of the RAM. Their new one dark are all black. Okay, we're gonna have to switch RAM, guys, because this T-Force is too high. Yeah, you could do, I guess, okay, we'll do that. We'll do a pull. We'll do pull, that's fine. I'm just worried, I don't know if that'll be enough for a 5950. I'm a little worried about not having enough air, but okay, we'll try it. If we're wrong, we're wrong, but we got it. We're gonna try it for the pretty. Yeah. People are like, no, new RAM, and redo the click pull. Yeah, I will. I'll just switch it after then. Okay, let's get this done. I'm gonna try there. Okay, here we go. I forgot about the pretty RAM, but I like the Team Force RAM. We're gonna do pull, and then we'll see what temps are like later. Okay, what do we need for AM4? It's been a while since I've done an AM4 one. Okay, here we go. It says LGA, don't need that. Don't need that one right there. I need the AMD. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, so it's just what I thought it was. It's just like this. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, because we're crazy, we're gonna remove our little bracket things here. Let's go to top down. Albert, yes, you gotta, if you wanna ping me, if you wanna ping me, I've got one slot open in October. I only do 2 builds a month at this point in time. And we just had somebody book last week, so I got one more slot. I don't advertise it very much. Baka, I hear what you're saying, but there's some pretty warm AMD CPUs as well. So, but I agree, the 5950 is not that bad. Okay. Oh, I got the wrong ones out. There we go. Sorry, 5900. My bad. Sorry, 5900. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's that. One thing I forgot to do. We're gonna go a little old school today as well. We're gonna use that Arctic Silver. We're gonna use the Chromique because I'm actually out of Noctua and I need to order more. We're gonna use the Chromique today for thermal paste. Another good thermal paste. Also spreads very well. Just got to heat it up a little bit and then it spreads really well. This one just takes some work. Get this nice and even. There we go. Just takes some practice. It just takes some work to get this stuff even. In Noctua, I'd be done by now, but something about painting a CPU all white like snow. Okay, needs a little bit more, and then we're good. There we go. That's a nice even number there. Okay, we've got covered GPU now, CPU, which looks good. It looks so good. What's the recall? Is it sludging up? Okay, there we go. We got the build now. Okay, now let's put this in. That's weird. They actually put the instructions the other way, like this. Okay, there we go. Okay, there is that. Then we got to put our screws on top of it. And then are just the flat ones? Yeah, okay. Just getting our screws here because they were kind of in there. There we go. A little bit more. Let's keep it going, Robey. Okay, there we go. All of our screws are in. Now we can just mount this bad boy. Oh, what was the vote? I didn't see what the vote ended up doing. What did we end up with the vote? It's okay, you can say that. I'm totally okay with it, Mitsuki. I don't, SRT. Oh, you mean the RAM, if we redid the RAM? Okay, we're gonna do pull for this and do a little testing. I did remove the plastic on the bottom, just so you guys know. I know some people were worried. You know what, I don't know if I tightened it all the way, hold on. Yeah, I was moving a little bit more than I wanted to. Okay, now I can put this on. Is it really first day of fall tomorrow? I didn't know that. I thought, is it really that way? Famwan, thank you very much for the sub. Silver Panda, 14 months. 20 months, Famwan. Manny B51 dropping another 5 bits. Wow. My wife is going to be happy. Her favorite time of year is fall. What did I do with... There it is. Wow, that's nice. Blondie makes me not glad I do not live where she lives. That would not make me happy. Ooh, ooh. Winter, fall, spring, summer. That's Zeiston's order. You live in Texas, though. I like spring, fall. I don't know, but I love Christmas. Like Christmas, I just love Christmas. So that always like ruins it for, I mean, like it always makes me excited. I don't necessarily like the weather that comes with Christmas. This VRM is actually really tall as well. So I don't know if this is gonna, hopefully this sits flat. There we go. Gonna hook this up. There we go. Make it look good. Ooh, that's just the right height. Crazy. Okay. I feel like I need to, I think the right thing to do here actually is to move this so it's flat against the other thing. This is the AK620 from Deep Cool. Actually, never mind. I want it this way because I want the high static to be this way. Actually, sorry. They are facing the right way, yes. We're basically pulling air. Pull, pull. So, is what we're doing. Okay, let's grab our CPU fan, which is actually, one thing I really like about this board is the CPU fan is like right up underneath the AIO. Okay, grab my AIO, my cooler stuff here. Okay, let's go ahead and start the prediction for zip ties, unless you already have, Blondie. If you have two opposing fans, the temperatures go up by a lot too. Okay, there we go. Okay, only one has been sacrificed. One Zip tie has been sacrificed for this beautiful cooler today. Okay, that is it. Build's done. We're done. Let's go home. Moral City, that's a question for you. It depends on if you want to do 4K gaming or what, man. That's such a personal question. A 3090 is, you know, is still a very powerful card. It just comes down to what you think you need, because, you know, you're talking about twice the amount of money, more than likely, for a 4090. Yeah. That's the thing, is like, I just feel like people need to be honest with themselves. Huntawar, it's good to see you, man. How are things? You are, hopefully you are doing well. Sorry, not opposing, but but both pushing to a center. They're not pushing to the center. So the air is basically pushing. It's pulling and pulling. This fan is pushing air this way, and this fan is pushing air this way. And the only difference is that instead of it doing from here, it's doing it from here. So that's what I'm doing. It's not. They're going this way. This is still going to pull air through here. Yeah. Same price, Ludo. They're not going to go down. They're not going to go down. They're keeping them at the cost that they are by keeping supply low. So, VCM in some regards, like, is it as efficient? No. But can I use taller RAM? Yes. And so we're going to test it, but it's not as efficient. All right, let's go ahead and take this apart. This beautiful blue beast. So you are correct in the efficiency is not going to be as high, but we wanted to keep the RAM, and all in all, in the 5900X, it should still be good. Ugh. Okay, there's that. Let's take off the little weird tray. Yeah, but the other thing too is it would be high, and it wouldn't be, this is actually more effective than doing that. VCMD. This is more effective than doing that because it would be so above the heatsink. Racer Pros, I think Z690 is going to be fine. You don't need there's like I think there's a reason that you haven't heard as much about it, because it's like Z690 was such a good generation for Mobos. So I've already kind of talked about it, Michael, a number of times. So if you want to go back and the answer is like, I hope that it works out well for them. I like that they're standing up for their rights. I just don't, like, I'm bummed because they make great GPUs. So, you know, consumers definitely lost in that fight, but at the same time, EVGA has got to do what's right for them as a company, and if they felt like they were being bullied, then they made the right call. This case is called the Fractal Pop Air, and it's just this really great budget-friendly airflow case that also has some nice like visual additions that kind of give it a pop and look, which is nice. So that's what I like about it, and you know, you can't really go wrong with it and what you get for it, and it's actually pretty easy to build into. We got a full review on it if you want to check it out. go. It looks nice in there. It looks good, wouldn't you say? Well, I mean, for my favorite is the B5. Like, if we're doing MSI, I like the Z6, the Tomahawk, or any of the Strix boards for DDR4. DDR4, I like there's a Z690 Carbon board that's a DDR4 board that I really like. And I also think there's also a, what's going on here? Hold on. There we go. And then I'm trying to think, Aorus. I don't think there's a ton of DDR4 boards from Asus. So I don't remember. Yeah, MSI seems to, yeah, like I really like the MSI options for DDR4. Yeah, MSI, that's what, yeah. No, I would not buy a used GPU. No way, no how. Not in this climate. There's no way to know. No. XC, well, I mean, I guess you could. It'd just be really terrible because the GPU just you'd have $1,100 for everything else. Oh, really, Pandorian? That's funny. Maybe you did. Okay, we're gonna use Excalibur. Dun, 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 the really long screwdriver. Oh, you guys didn't get, here we go. Use an Excalibur there. You gotta have you always need to use it, yeah. Okay. There is our build so far. So let's go ahead and get our fans kind of hooked up. Have some fun with the fans. Have some fun with the cables. You know what, I don't think I chose, I don't think I chose extensions. I mean, I probably told Tom I did, but I don't know if I actually pulled them. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and pull this over. Let's get our fans hooked up. Ugh. Now the good thing is these all daisy chain together, which actually makes this really easy. And everybody loves daisy chain. You know what I'm saying? Daisy chain. This is daisy chain, this one, and there we go, all the daisy chains. So it makes doing this build very simple. Okay, so let's run, this is gonna go right here. Run that right there. Okay, now let's do the same thing with our RGB. There we go. Grab our other one. RGB it up. Wait a minute, no, I want this to be. No, that's not what I want. I want this. This is going to be our primary. So that means this has got to go into here. There we go. And then this has got to go into here. There you go. And those are like nice, solid clicks. I like the clicks there. Okay, cool. Okay, there's that. Let's throw that up here too. Okay, HD audio is going to go right here. We don't have a lot of cables here for power, which is nice. So you have power switch that goes right here. No, if you wanted to and you wanted to add USB-C to this case, you can. We did not do that. This is a sample from Fractal, so we only have USB 3.2. That's going to go right here. And there's all of our cables. So let's flip this over. Make sure all these cables stay where they're supposed to. Stay. Everybody say stay. Say stay. Okay, there we go. Woo-hoo. Okay. I hear you guys say stay. I like the blue. Yeah, the blue pops. Okay, we're gonna throw this USB 3.2 right here. I like how low that one is. I'm gonna go down here in this other corner. Throw our HD audio in. We're building, somebody asked, what am I building? I'm building a budget-friendly 6950 XT build. Great GPU for the price right now. Very, very well priced. You can get one for just a little over 900 bucks over on Newegg right now. And at the same time, performs very, very well for what you're gonna pay. So the build I'm building now is incredible value at the $2,200 price point. Why is this being such a pain in the butt to get? Okay, there we go. I was like, why is that being so painful? Not supposed to be. Okay, the last one, this is our RGB. Everybody say RGB. Oh no, I got one more cable after this. Okay, RGB's in. And then we got our power switch, the only front panel connection we have in this case, which is actually kind of nice. Okay, so what do we hook up? Just to remind people, we got RGB up here at the top. This is RGB for all the fans. We've got our front panel, all of our fans are right here, so the main PWM. We've got our USB 3.2, and then we've got our front panel. And then over here in the far corner is our HD audio. So pretty chill in terms of amount of cables and stuff like that, which makes it really easy. And you don't have a lot visually kind of going on. So what we're gonna do now is cable manage. Which there isn't a ton. We're gonna go and cable manage this stuff up. So we're gonna pull all this stuff nice and taut, being very careful not to pull out the cables. So what I can do, go. It does. I saw that a little bit too. It was a little bit off, so I wasn't going to say anything, but thank you for saying that, House of Tom. He was saying that the Deep Cool logo kind of does match the color logo for the the case color for the Fractal Pop. It's not quite a match, so FamWham, I don't know if I remember said thank you, but yes, thank you for the sub. And if I did, then double thank you. You get a bonus thank you today. Okay. See, what we're going to do here is just essentially get this. Which is the one thing that becomes really hard about these particular. Hey, Hunter War, 20 gifted subs. Thank you very much, my friend. I hope, like I said, it's good to have you and welcome back. I know that you were, I don't know if you were away. I saw you a little bit last week, but thank you very much, man. It's huge. Appreciate it. Hunter War, one of our goats. We got two goats here in the channel today. We have the return of Farger. I think who now, I don't know if it's him or CKCC who has the highest total sub count, but it doesn't matter. I really appreciate their support and us allowing to just continue to make great content like this that I hope you guys enjoy. Blue MCAT's judging. How are we doing likes on YouTube, folks? Let's try to get this a little bit cleaner. 148 likes on YouTube, so you guys are doing really well. Thank you very much for all those likes. Head on over just real quick, youtube.com/Robeytech live. Make sure you put that C in there. Sometimes it just takes you to Robeytech. And hit that thumbs up button. We're gonna give away another $25 Newegg gift card. And we still have 2 GPUs to give away today. 6650 and a 6750. We're going to be getting array at the end. Okay, there's those. Oops, I almost threw those away. That would have been bad. I'm okay with actually having this. I could. Let's keep this straight. Let's just do what I was going to do. Just not get too crazy. And then if I do that right there, it'll be fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't want to pinch the cable. Let it hang down, that's fine. Let it hang. What I do, I try to be Mr. Clean Cable Management, Mr. Rising Salmon. That's what you want to do. Thank you very much, Roberto. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for all the support from all of you guys. Seriously, it means a ton to me. You guys know that. Don't make the cable cry yet. Hunter War, 30 more, dude. Hunter War, you want your name back on the mat today? I mean, this week, is that what he's hoping for? Hey, C.I. Swan, thank you very much for the gifted sub. There we go. Okay, that is looking good, looking nice, clean, simple. Okay, so there's our build so far, looking nice. Let's go ahead and grab our cables. I'm gonna do something fun, guys. I'm gonna do something fun because of this build. I should be able to do something fun. I think this will work. Tom's gonna kill me. Tom's gonna kill me, but I'm okay with it. He's gonna be here on Friday, he'll punch me. It's gonna be a surprise for folks. It's gonna be a surprise. We're gonna have some fun with the cable extensions. Tom does it. Tom means it in love. Sorta. What's that? Oh, it's just kind of. Let me fix this. Okay, let me grab one of these. Yeah, it's a surprise. Yeah, if you guys are usually like, if Tom is surprised, that's a bad thing. Well, it can be, but I think you guys, I think this is going to be a good surprise. Well, that was a fail. Let's do that one more time. Actually get them all this time. There you go. SRT, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. This is where my hands, I'm trying to do something and it works. There we go. There we go. Okay. No, it's better. Yeah. Okay. Cut these. Okay. Trying to clean up the back area here. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let's have a little fun with our cables. Just want to have the top look nice, and there's only so much I can do with this, but it does look a little bit cleaner. It's funny because with color, everything kind of pops a whole lot cleaner, but we'll be able to hide some of the stuff. Okay, you guys ready? I think this will be fun. I think you guys are gonna like this. Let me know if you do. I think this is gonna end up looking pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna kind of do it off screen a little bit. Gonna keep it kind of hidden here. Okay. See what happens. See what people think. Little surprise. This is really hard to do in a box. This is definitely not the most time efficient way to do this, but I'm trying to be as surprise-ish as possible. Hope this looks good. You'll see. Thanks for the picture-in-picture off screen. Oh. I'm trying to hide it from you guys. Okay, I got one. Almost done. I know, but that's why I'm hiding it. But I'm trying to hide it in the box. Can you see the color? I'm trying to show you, yeah, I'm like doing it in the box. So even in the picture-in-picture, you guys can see, but you can't see the color. Dang it. I was trying not to. Well, people are still saying, it's trying very hard not to. I worked really hard at it, but here we go. See how this looks. Yeah, pink and blue. I thought that'd be it's a good option here, right? You know, it looks like a cotton candy rig. A little bit of pop, a little bit of color. Some you don't see very often. Well, I tried, Zeiston. I tried to keep a secret from you, and I failed. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same color for the GPU cables. Okay. Yeah, some nice new neon color looking there, stuff there. Okay, so there's that. Let's do our Okay. Okay, let's do our PSU, or sorry, our CPU. That says like more, okay. I think this goes, yeah. Okay. Ugh. There we go. There we go. Cool. I think that'll look nice too. We're cooling a 5900X. Just for fun. I do have to say, I like this color combination. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a fun looking build. Okay, so now we just have our GPU to put in. Got those nice little pops of pink there, which I think look really good. Okay, let's get our 6950XT in, the hero of the hour. I think with all pink lighting, this should actually look pretty fire, actually. Okay, here we go. And it's got like a silver kind of look to it, so I think this is actually going to look pretty nice in there. With all of like the silver and stuff like that, it's actually going to look pretty good. It's not too heavy. It's actually pretty it's actually pretty light. That's a Sapphire Nitro, so which I think is made off of the reference version of the 6950. So Sapphire stuff, pretty good from what I understand. They're one of the better brands for AMD. So I haven't used a ton of their stuff, so yeah. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Schweb. Okay, let's get this in here. It's got a weird combination of power. It's a 2.8 and a 6 pin. Look at this. It also has blue. It's like it knew where it was going. See, it looks like it knew where it's going. It's going in the blue. It's got blue HDMI couplers. See, that's going to look good. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, it's definitely a big card. Oops. Well, luckily I only did one card, one wrong. My son is online. What's up, buddy? Maybe, buddy. We'll see. Ugh. He wants to play Deep Rock Galactic. Hunter War taking 50 today. Jeez. Yeah, I guess we'll find out when we pop this thing up. There we go. Okay. Hey, Jovian, thank you very much for the 1 year, the 25 months, man. Subscribing at tier 1, 25 months. Thank you very much, my friend. Happy 25-month anniversary, dude. Wow, crazy. Guys, we have 188 likes on YouTube. Head on over youtube.com/Robeytech Live. Hit that thumbs up button. We get to 250. We'll give away a $25 Newegg gift card. Oops. Hold on. Wait. There we go. Oh. Make sure I get the right ones in. Critical part. There we go. Okay. All right, let me fix this. Now, let's make this look good. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we got some beautiful pink cables. That looks nice. Yeah, I think it came out pretty. It looks really good right now. Okay, let's get our PSU in. Okay, there we go. Let's grab our amp, 1000 watt PSU. Grab some water real quick. Yeah, it's a big boy, the 4090. Okay. That's what we need. See, it's like a nice small PSU, which I really like. From Fractal. Power-wise, it's only 450 watts, so 88% complete. How are we doing on likes on YouTube? And then what's our, how much time do we have left until the second hype train? Okay, guys, only 48 more likes over at YouTube. So head over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. We're almost there. Okay, there's that. We don't have, do we have, yes, we have a single. We have a single, there's that one. 2. A little bit if they just gave me 1. We have a single SATA. So 7:35, guys. We still have 35 minutes before the second hype train. CPU we don't need. Okay, so I guess we're gonna do 2 of these then. That's a good question. I think, you know, all in all, like, it should be fine. Like, from a gaming standpoint, I don't think an air cooler is going to hurt it all that much, but given if you know it's particularly warm, AIO is going to do a better job, especially if you can get a 360 millimeter AIO. So I would do a 360 if you know it's going to be warm, just to be safe. It's a Molex. Where the heck is the regular? Yeah, Zyson's right. I mean, it's not the warmer one, but like I said, if you know it's going to be warm, I would just go AIO to be safe. Oh no, the 5800X is like the freaking temperature of the sun. Thing is warm. There's our CPU, and then we have 2 GPU, and we're good to go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Side view. Get that loaded up and in. Okay, that is loaded in and ready to go. Let's finish out this build now. Okay, let's go to top down. Okay, so let's grab our 1. There we go. There we go. Okay, next up, let's grab our CPU cable right here. There we go. Okay. 12700K is still the better one. We'll see more after the week, next week. Did they announce that? Racer Pros? Oh, it's okay. It's well worth asking. And that's why I'm here. It's for you to ask us questions. Oh, I did not know that. Well, I'll be doing a build with them on the 29th. Is my next mod workshop. And I'm doing a build on the 29th with them, so. There we go. Okay, here is, I gotta keep these links. I gotta keep this length. That's the most important thing here. So just for prettiness sake. I wanna keep the length here, right where it's at, so. Because for me, it's all about the cables and making sure it looks good. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna make sure that because that's the last connection for our build. There we go. Ugh. Make sure the cables look like they're in the right way. Ooh, geez, no. Okay, I think that looks good. There is our build. I think the blue and purple, it looks really neat. I mean, sorry, the blue and pink. Okay, let's pop our covers back on. There we go. Actually is an LED button. Forgot about that, but that's okay. Okay, now we're about to see the pink pop a little bit more. A little bit easier to do it this way. That's right, it goes like this. There we go. Looks pretty. Let's put our cover back in and our thing. How's it look? It looks pretty. That board, this thing is not sagging at all, which is awesome. So no sag, which is great. Even cable there. It's nice little pops of color. And yeah, it looks really, really good. It came out so pretty. Yeah, and like the little deep cool, the little accents of blue, it actually came out really nice. So again, $2,200 build, no problem. And you know, I'm gonna talk a little bit here in a second, guys, show you guys some numbers here, but in terms of just performance, you'd be amazed what you're able to get for $2,200 in the current generation. And so a lot of people need to start asking themselves, well, what do I really need? Because there is an opportunity, and that's why we did this build in partnership with AMD on kind of telling people the story of what a build like this might be capable of doing. So, you know, let's just pull some numbers here, which we have, to give you an idea of like what a system like this might do. Let's take a look at this real quick. Hold on one second. So I'm going to bring you up. I'm going to bring up some numbers that I've got here on the build, just to give you some ideas of what something like this might do, right? So because that's kind of the key part as well. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of just the technologies that are AMD-ish that people don't know about, and then we'll get this build turned on. But there's a couple things that people don't know a little bit when it comes to AMD graphics cards. There's a couple technologies that AMD has implemented that some you may know about, that there's others that you may not. So let's talk about the first one that's going to obviously help you with some graphical performance and overall performance, and that's called Smart Access Memory. Now, Smart Access Memory is not new, but AMD basically had found a way to unlock its potential. And what it is it uses a technology called rebar, but what it does is it allows the CPU to have a larger amount of access to the memory on the GPU. And so in doing so, what it is basically doing is it removes a bottleneck because it can pass the data between the two at a much faster rate, and in some cases use it to improve bottlenecks. So Smart Access Memory is one thing that we're going to show you, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what kind of improvements you might do by enabling Smart Access Memory. If you want to turn it on, a lot of modern day motherboards, Intel, probably I'm guessing the upcoming Ryzen 7000 series, there's a little button in the top right hand corner of many BIOSes that essentially says rebar. You can click and turn that on, and then you can go into the Adrenaline software and you can check there and it'd say, hey, Smart Access Memory is on. And from there you can toggle it on and off just to see performance yourself. The second one is called FSR. FSR is probably of the two. There's now two versions of it. There's FSR 1.0, which you've seen in applications like Cyberpunk 2077, and then there's FSR 2.0, which is the latest edition from AMD, and it uses spatial. It's not like DLSS. It uses basically it's not CUDA core or hardware specific, but it uses a spatial algorithm to increase performance, and then it was further improved with 2.0, and I'll talk a little bit about what like something like FSR might do for a game as well, including games that aren't necessarily what you would consider like AMD specific titles, like for instance Cyberpunk 2077. And then there's more than that. There's also RSR, which is more akin to something like DLSS, where you have something that this is hardware specific at the driver level, that also does stuff to basically improve it. You've got things like their new that is improvements for streaming. They have the same stuff in terms of latency, etc. So there's a bunch of stuff within the Adrenalin software. If you were to purchase something like an AMD 6000 series GPU, even now, that continues to be improved. And unlike many of the things that NVIDIA has done and announced, like for instance with their frame generation with DLSS 3.0, this is stuff that will improve on older gen GPUs if they did like an FSR 3.0 or an FSR 4.0 in the future, because again, they're trying to be platform agnostic, and at the same time, by improving all GPUs, they mean they're going to get a wider developer distribution. So let's just talk a little bit about performance. So let's just say off the cuff, basically nothing improved. In other words, it's just raw rasterization. We're talking about in Tiny Tina's Wonderland, you're looking at 125 frames per second. In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you're looking at about 117 frames per second. Far Cry 6, you're looking at 144 frames per second. And in Cyberpunk 2077, you're looking at, yes, that is, yes, Racer Pros. That's, again, very different technology, and I think that's the stuff we need to understand. Cyberpunk 2077, you're looking at about 30 FPS, which isn't great. But if we were to enable all of those games, let's just enable FSR, not even Smart Access Memory at this point in time, just enable FSR, you see that Tiny Tina Wonderland jumps from 125 frames per second to 178.98 frames per second. That is a crazy jump in terms of performance. You're going to see Assassin's Creed Valhalla jump from 117 to 167. You're going to see Far Cry 6 jump from 144 to 165. And you'll see Cyberpunk 2077. This is the super interesting one. You'll see it jump from 27 frames per second to 95.98 frames per second. That is a significant jump, and that's stuff with the improvement of FSR. And of those, Tiny Tina's Adventure is the only one with FSR 2.0. Now, if we were to take that same subset, we're going to say, okay, Robey, let's now take this and just now enable Smart Access Memory. Let's just turn on Smart Access Memory. You see Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which is a very AMD optimized title, not a big jump, but let's talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Remember, it was 167 frames per second. Now with Smart Access Memory and FSR, you're getting 197 frames per second. So you see an additional 30 frame per second boost just from enabling Smart Access Memory. Cyberpunk 2077 jumps from 95 to 105 frames per second, also with turning on Smart Access Memory. So this is where I asked the question. Now I'll talk about multiplayer here in a second. If those games are playable at 60 frames per second, maybe you could argue shooter-wise, Tiny Tina's Adventure, you might want 120 frames per second, but for the most part, single-player titles, and Cyberpunk 2077 being one of the highest-end graphical titles, you can get 105 frames per second. Sure, you're doing FSR at performance, but point being is that 100 plus frames per second at a graphically intensive game, how much more is 15%? Instead of getting 105 frames per second, now you're going to get 125 frames per second, but you're going to pay $200, $300, or $400 more for those additional 20 to 30 frames. That's the question, right? So when it starts to come down here and you start thinking, well, Robey, do I really need to upgrade? Or can I, and could you actually get something like this that handles for $2,200 those frame rates? I don't know. I mean, it starts to become a question, and this is where you have to be honest about yourself. And that's again, this is 5900X and a 6950XT, which this total build was about $2,200. All of these are 1440p performance on FSR and smart access memory just turning on with so yeah. So let's talk about multiplayer. And there's a video on this. It'll be out on Friday if you guys want to see the stuff. Let's talk about multiplayer. Multiplayer. So let's say when you're talking about multiplayer numbers, and this is a 5900X, and this isn't even a 6950. This is just a 6900. Apex Legends at 1440p, again, optimizing for lowest visual settings and optimizing for frame rate. You're looking at north of 281 frames per second. For Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, again, 1440p, low visual settings, optimizing for competitive settings. You're looking at 260.2 frames per second. And then Fortnite, you don't even need to worry about it because you're going to get north of 360. You do a 360 hertz monitor with this PC if you're optimizing for low visual settings. So I ask again, okay, well, Robey, if I was going to go and get a PC, do I need to go spend an additional $1,000 for what? 500 frames per second? You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, that's the stuff that I'm trying to say. Like, there is a lot of consumerism happening right now, and you have an opportunity. I don't even care. Do me a favor. If I'm so sure of this, don't use my affiliate links. Just go buy it. Don't worry about using affiliate links, and then go try. You know what I mean? The point I'm trying to make is I'm trying to save you money. If you don't need to spend it on stuff that if you're going to play at 1440p, what is the additional power going to actually get you for the cost? Those are the questions I want you to ask. There are places, like people are like, I want to play at 4K. Then honestly, waiting for next gen makes a ton of sense. But if you don't, and you're going to play at 1440p, and the games you're playing are like Stardew Valley, or your games you're playing are Doom Eternal, or your games you're playing are Valorant, or Rainbow Six, or League of Legends, or most of the games that are in there, this system for $1,000 less will last you for 4, 5, 6 years in the future without much of a problem. So I guess that's really kind of the message that both AMD, Newegg, and myself want to go in there is like, you have an opportunity with the cost of hardware now. And no, I don't think hardware is going to get a whole lot cheaper because, again, 5000 series is going to stop being made. Same thing with getting, older GPUs as well. This stuff is going to start to phase out as the new stuff comes in there. So you're in kind of this weird spot where you have an opportunity to get a very powerful rig for less money. And some of this is kind of karma, biting, AMD and NVIDIA a little bit in the butt for over kind of compensating around, cryptocurrency, but, is an opportunity for you as a consumer to have a chance to buy something that's less expensive. So that's all this really is for us. And I think I really appreciate AMD and Newegg giving us the opportunity to have this and show you what these cards are capable of, because what used to be a $2,000 card you can get for what is essentially just over $900 right now, or anything else from the family, whether it's a 6850, a 6750, a 6650, and you get access to smart access memory, FSR, and then whatever is probably more than likely going to get announced with the RDNA 3.0 stuff that's coming in November. So it's just, you're right, it's just too heavy. And so that's what I love, the opportunity to get to just be honest with you and just say, hey, here's stuff to think about. I want you to be happy. And so some of it when you got in there, and always the smart financial decision is to say, what do I actually need? And what is the lowest I need to pay to be able to do that and will also last me? Because in the end, whether you were to buy it now or you were to wait and buy it later, the question is that when are more than likely you're going to upgrade a PC? Because you could probably do the same thing 3, 4, 5 years down the line and buy right at the end of a life cycle of another one, knowing that you get it to last longer and you're just saving money in the end. So for me, nope. I got to buy stuff right at the beginning. I'll have a 7000 series and I'll have all that sort of stuff. But again, I'm a tech reviewer. I have to be at the cutting edge. That's just what I do. And so for me, does it make sense? No. But for you as a customer or consumer, this actually might be a good time to purchase and get something like this. And we're going to try and help you by just giving away 2 GPUs in just a few minutes. So yeah. How much does a 3080 Ti build that you do on average cost? Right now, a 3080 Ti build is very similar to this. Now, I do want to let you know, so somebody's asking, I just want to give you that info because the question that somebody said is how does this 6950X compare against a 3090? Because, I mean, hey, that seems like a fair result. And I did, oh, sorry, caveat just a little bit. The performance numbers for this will be a little bit lower because the numbers I'm giving you are off of a 12900K. I do want to be honest about that because this is all part of a video series that's going together. But let's talk about a 3090, same exact settings. So 3090 with DLSS for Cyberpunk and smart access memory. Cyberpunk 2077 is 109.19 versus 103.85 for a 6950X. For Far Cry 6, 142 frames per second on a 3090 with those two enabled versus 163 on a 6950X. On Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you're looking at 131 frames per second with the FSR and smart access memory versus 197 frames per second on a 6950X. And then Tiny Tina's Wonderland, you're looking at 187.16 with a RTX 3090 versus 177.73 with the 6950 XT. So when you talk, people are talking about 3080 Ti to 3090, this actually sits right in between there. Of course, obviously, if it's AMD optimized, you're gonna see higher frame rates and closer numbers, but the point being is that this thing punches in the same kind of weight class and is right around the same cost as a 3090, 3080 Ti. Well, 3080 Ti's are more expensive, so. So Bluebird, I haven't tested that specifically, but the Alien 2 is what I can say is they've made leaps and bounds in their Adrenaline software, and so it continues to improve. And we have people, if you guys want to talk to people who use AMD specifically all the time, head on over to our Discord server, discord.gg/Robeytech. People like BMOC, use AMD. Zeiston uses AMD. We have people you can talk to. We also have people who use NVIDIA as well. We have both sides of the camp. I represent both sides of the camp. You're going to see me talking about Ryzen 4000s, NVIDIA 4000 series here when the video comes out in about an hour. So again, we cover everything, but I also know that I'm okay with looking at something that says, hey, this is good, and being okay with telling you this is good. Yeah. So that's my point, and I appreciate AMD giving us the opportunity to have this conversation with you and show it. Now, question. Yeah. Question for you guys, how are we doing on YouTube likes? Because I know we want to see this build turned on too, but I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what your performance might look like if you decided, hey, I'm going to spend $2,200 and build a very similar build. And as some people have said it, so 243, we need 7 more likes, and then we'll update the thing. What pre-build PC do you recommend? Okay, so I'm going to give you some options. So if you're looking for budget, like let's say budget, like just entry level, I've been a pretty big fan of NZXT. I really like their BLD series. You got to be down with their cases, right? But the H510 Flow and the H7 Flow are actually really good cases, and those are available, and you get those from their site. You can also do a thing called a BLD, which is a kit where you get to build it yourself if you want to do something that's kind of in between, but you get all the warranty support. If you're looking for something mid-range to high-end, that's where, like, the ones that, like, my top 2 right now are obviously Origin PC and Main Gear. Both of them have ridiculous warranties, like ridiculous. Just very, very impressed with the build quality. The Main Gear case needs some updating, right? We've seen some airflow issues, obviously, with it as well. But, when you talk about looking at the pre-builds, which we've looked at 2 of them, they definitely stand by. Like, they're not going to have performance numbers. There's some dated there. Origin, not as much. The only limitation there is obviously the Corsair stuff. But again, both have ridiculous warranties. They're both built by fanatics who are like big into gaming PCs and stuff like that. But again, you're going to pay for them. I haven't had an opportunity to review a Zydax yet, and I haven't had an opportunity to review a, oh my gosh, the other one. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, Zydax has lifetime warranties as well. I just haven't reviewed one yet, Wildcard, and so they want me to. I just haven't haven't had a chance to do it. I will say this, and you guys are going to hear more about this. Falcon Northwest, they're insane. Like, I will just say they're insane. So we have a review coming out on one here in just a couple weeks. It's nuts. Those are crazy. Now, I've never seen cleaner cable management. Their cases, they've got dedicated GPU coolers. Their fans are ridiculous. They've got their own custom AIOs. They physically secure the GPU to the chassis. But gosh, are they expensive. So let me just be honest. Like, if you're gonna get like the Ferrari of pre-built PCs, then Falcon Northwest, I haven't seen something that I've been more impressed with in that amount of time. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully that gives you a scale all the way from just crazy down to you know, just a little bit more awesome. And now I'm checking out Skytech. We have a build coming from them, so Skytech we've checked out. ABS, another good one that we've done from there. But again, the one thing I like about NZXT and I like about iBuyPower and CyberPower, which are kind of in those things, is that they actually have dedicated numbers to call and stuff like that. ABS is kind of, I haven't had that opportunity with them yet, so yeah. And we have an ABS system coming tomorrow. I'm really impressed with the performance from ABS and the cost of performance from ABS too, so yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. You know, I want to give you the right answers, but yeah. And go from there, so yeah. YouTube goal is reached. Awesome. Okay, well let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on, and then we'll start doing some giveaways. I'm really excited. We have 2 GPUs we're going to be giving away here very, very shortly. Huge shout out again to AMD and Newegg for sponsoring this. Yeah, ABS is Newegg's in-house. I've got a great partnership with them. We're doing a build, literally a pre-built in gaming with them tomorrow, which I'm actually really excited about, and Corsair, and we're going to give away that system. So tuning in tomorrow, but that'll be given away via Gleam, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we got some good stuff coming in there, but let's go to mood mode. Oh, I forgot. We got to do, before we do that, let's count our zip ties. I'm really happy with this system. This is a really good system that we built here. Just saying. This pink and blue came out fire. Okay, here we go. Let's see how our prediction came out there. Odd or even, and we'll go from here. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15, 16, 17, 18. It is even today, guys. Even today. No, 18. 18. There it is. 18 it is, guys. Horse poop. Yeah. 18. Okay, so let's go to our mood mode, and let's get this bad boy lit up. Now it's not going to be all colored out, but don't worry, we're going to do some B-roll of it. We'll get some pictures of it because I'm pretty proud of this system. Even though it was simple, it just came out really pretty. So I'm gonna get some B-roll of it, and we'll get some pictures out too. Oh, it'll be in the other video. Digital Storm. That's who I was trying to think of. I haven't had a chance to work with them either. I want to check those stuff out because we have one of them at on the Mod Workshop set, but yeah. Thank you, Burke. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go to mood mode. Hold on, I gotta respond to something. Okay. Let us go into mood mode and get this going, because you guys have been super patient. Let me ask you a question, because I mean this is always a big thing for me. Before I know we're going in there, and we're like, oh God, it looks so good. Okay, mood mode confirmed. Do you guys like this content? Do you feel like this content is good? Do you enjoy it when we get to partner with companies and show you something like this? I'd really like to know, because I know, yes, this is sponsored content, but you guys will know I have given poor reviews to AMD products and stuff like that in the past. But if I believe in something, you guys believe that I try very hard to share that with you. Okay, good, awesome. So that's important for me, because I never want you to feel like I'm doing something that kind of crosses that boundary. So I'm always looking for ways to say, hey, yeah, no, I could do this, and I'm okay with doing this because I believe in what I'm talking about. Yeah. I definitely enjoy the faster builds. I can make the entire stream. But Zeiston, they're not always going to be fast, but yes, I try. This color came out, this build came out fire, didn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let's get it turned on. The worst thing would be we turn it on and then it doesn't, never mind. I'm not, okay, so quick prediction. Will it post? Let's get it up. Blondie's gonna get that in there. Blondie, are we at hype train level yet? Yeah, when they bring the prizes, it's better. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, will the PC post? You got a quick second to do that. I know, I was gonna check. Racer Pros, nice. Good, Big Radio. I'm glad. Okay, guys, let's get ready to turn this bad boy on in just a second. And then, are we ready for Hype Train? Robey, the Hype Train is very close for sure. Okay, so we're just waiting to see if the Hype Train goes. I'd love to see if we can end it on a Hype Train, and then we'll do the giveaways. That would be amazing. So, my wife said be quiet. What? 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 Okay, here we go. Time to see. Oh, there it is. I got nervous there for a second. I was like, no, but there it is. Ooh, that purple looks good. I wonder if they have, oh, I've got it on the motherboard. There it is, guys. Okay, pink is gonna look super fire in that when we actually have it all pink. I think that's gonna look really good. Yeah, the lights on the top of the GPU are nice. Like if we get this all, like there's times when it gets like purple, pink, blue, that you can see like that pink right there. When I get this all pink, it's gonna look super fire. Yeah, it's got that bubblegum PC vibe, yeah. But yeah, you see those like little moments of pink and it's gonna look super fire. But there it is. Oh, and by the way, guys, the question was, will it post? There it is right there, Ryzen 9, there's your DDR4, and we are posted. So we are in and ready to go. It is posted. There it is, guys. Let's get the side camera going on there. Yeah, when we get the RGB sync with the extensions, I think it's gonna look super fire. That looks really good. I just need to get it the right lighting right now. So we'll get some B-roll of it, get it all pinked out, and I think this is actually gonna come out looking quite nice. Yeah, we'll turn on rebar and all that sort of stuff for sure. It's a special color called awesome. Yeah, there is a, yeah, the amount of RGB on the motherboard itself is actually pretty limited, but that's the carbon. But yeah, when we get this all pink and all this pink, I think there'll just be enough of it to kind of splash it. I think it's gonna look really good. The blue and the pink together actually look really, really good. And there could be some blue and pink. I might do the RAM with like the same blue and the pink, so you get like that kind of whole contrast there. Maybe do pink there, maybe like a blue on the thing. Purple would actually look pretty good in this too. Purple, blue, and pink. Oh, did it really play ads? Oh no. I don't have any control of that, guys. I'm sorry. Well, everybody said yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, Twitch, that's a Twitch thing, guys, sorry. Yeah, subs avoid ads, that is for sure. Okay, let's talk about, okay, so we got the one. We got the one giveaway for sure. We got the one giveaway, the $25, plus we got the 2 GPUs. So let's go grab those. So let's talk a little bit about the GPUs we're about to give away in just a few seconds, or a couple minutes, or an hour. Just kidding, it won't be an hour. So we've got the MSI Radeon RX 6650XT, and then we've also got the ASRock Challenger Pro 6750XT. So we got 2 GPUs here that we're going to be giving away today, which is actually pretty cool. So again, huge shout out to AMD and to Newegg with providing us these for the giveaways. Also, let's see, can we get the hype train? So I hope if this build has been fire, if you guys have had a really good time, let's see, can we get a second hype train going? Lil Spice Man Software with a Prime sub. Don't forget, with that sub, you're unlocking that full, we're going to be giving away the Gigabyte Stealth PC. Once we get to 2,000 subs, which we're about 8 days away, but we'll probably extend that just because I love you guys. We're going to give away that Gigabyte Stealth. We also have a 3080 up for grabs as well, so that's also going in there. So if you sub, you're entered to win those 2 giveaways if that happens as well. Now, if you want to get extra entries towards those GPU, you can do things like subscribe at tier 1. That gets you 3 subs, subscribe at tier 2 gets you 5 entries, and subscribe at tier 3 gets you 10, and then every gifted sub also gets you extra entries if you want to walk away with a GPU at the end of this month. If you don't win one of these 2, which you do not have to be, all you have to do is be followed. All you have to do is be a follower to get in on this. And there's Hype Train right there. All you have to do is be a follower to enter to win this one, and then follow all the other rules over at Discord, US, Canada, US and Canada only, and all that sort of stuff. Bubba G, thank you very much for the sub. But let's see, can we just get level 5? Remember, if we get to 1,000% on the hype train, we'll also give away a 5800X, just because I'm trying to be awesome. So there it is right there. Hype train is going. Let's see if we can do it. Can we get to 750 maybe? Let's see, can we get to 750? That take us, we're getting close to halfway. Love you guys. I really do appreciate all the support. Thanks, Conga Maniac. I appreciate it. That's a very kind thing to say. Okay, guys, 4 minutes left. Rip and Reap dropping 10 gifted subs. Steel Gray Rider dropping a gifted sub. Fei Ling dropping a bit. Thank you for the bit. Appreciate it. Fei Ling, you are amazing. We got Mr. Echo subscribing with Prime. That's okay, man. You guys do not feel guilty if you cannot support. That is totally fine. You just being here and viewing is more than enough support for me. Mr. Echo, thank you for the Prime sub. Jay Perry, 2718, thank you for tier 1 and happy 16-month anniversary. We got a couple people dropping some 400 bits. Victor, thank you very much. And we are now very close. We're almost to level 5. Let's see, can we push it all the way through here? I'm Not the Protagonist, dropping a 1 month tier 1 there. It takes us to level 5. Now we just got to get to it. We're in the last tier. On the last tier, guys. What's the perfect price range for a budget build? I would say budget is between $700 and $1,000. That's what I consider probably budget. And you can do some pretty powerful $700 to $1,000 builds right now. Okay, we're 2 subs away from 700. Can we get to 50? Can we get 50 more subs and unlock that? Get to that 750. I always like to try and make goals towards that stealth giveaway. Okay, there you go. Org saying 1,000. I can. You know what? I can march to that beat a little bit. I get it. 4 minutes left, guys. Let's get this out, and then we'll start doing some GPU giveaways. And then we can do that $25 Newegg gift card. There's 2 cards. Yep, Org, I think you're, well, yeah. That's always the problem, right? The moment you add new stuff in here. We had so much hype getting here, guys. Let's finish it out. Let's just get it knocked out. Gonna drink some water, and then we'll do this here in just a minute. Sean Coding, I like that. 1 gifted subs. Thank you very much for that, Sean. Yeah, 2015. Yeah, I remember, honestly, 2017 when I could do like a $500 build. People still watch that video and they're like, it's not $500 anymore. I'm like, yeah, that was a long time ago, man. Look at the date. 3 minutes. Let's get the momentum going one more time so we can just finish this out. We're $6.99. Let's not end at $6.99. That seems like bad luck. Let's end at least 700. Yeah, the LG, it's the secondhand market ones is really hard because just there's been a lot of abuse on PC hardware right now. I'm sure, yes, if you're really thrifty, but you're taking a lot of risk with what that PC actually went through. We're close. Yeah. Oh, the LL Spiceman dropping 10 gifted subs. That's going to take us to, there it is, in 709. And I think that's going to hit the last level 5. There it is. So the hype train is done. We got the $25. Okay, so let's start the giveaways. Okay, let's start the giveaways because we've done that. If we get more subs, awesome. We're like I said, we're trying to get to 750. We're now at 106% right now. We're trying to get to 1,000. We'll see if that's possible. But let's start the giveaway. So first giveaway up for grabs. We're gonna draw our two. Newegg gift card winners. Okay. So this is for two $25 Newegg gift cards. Whoa, Sternum 1999, 5 gifted subs, taking us to 150. See, you know, those numbers jump up pretty quick at this point in time. We still have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. And that takes us to 214. Okay, giveaway settings. Okay, so first one, exclamation point Newegg now, two $25 Newegg gift cards. Starting that right now, 2 minutes, exclamation point Newegg now. Two $25 Newegg gift cards, guys. I should probably put this stuff in here. This and this. Put these up top. 2 minutes, guys. Get it, baby, baby bumper. I don't know why I say that, but it's from a movie, and I always thought it was funny when they said that. $54 seconds, folks. Mike Nunn, thank you very much for the sub. And there it is, 161. Thank you very much, guys. 715, that's a great number. Appreciate it. 35% of the way towards that giveaway. $20 seconds, 30 seconds, guys. And thank you again for everybody for tuning in the whole time. 442 people here today. Remember, subs, you're getting extra entries towards these gift cards and stuff like that as well. You don't have to be sub, but you do get extra entries just for being a subscriber. Okay, guys, there it is right there. Okay, we're gonna pick our two winners, JLY004 and Sleeper8868. There we are. Congratulations, you guys. You are the winners of those two, JLY004 and Sleeper8868. Make sure that you reach out to Blondie so we can do that. Okay, next one is for the Radeon GPUs. We're going to draw two winners. The first winner that we draw will win the 6750, and the second winner will win a 6650 XT. So we'll be drawing two winners. Remember, guys, subs, you do get extra entries. So we'll give people, if you do want to sub and get extra entries for that, then you basically get that. Second thing, too, is remember, US and Canada only. So if you're US and Canada, and you have to be following the channel to be entered to win one of these two GPUs. And so we will be sending you, and over 18, because we got to send you a W-9, or your parents can sign it, but you got to send you a W-9 or whatever the thing is so you can declare this on taxes and all that sort of stuff. So just aware, starting this giveaway right now, AMD Radeon GPUs. Oops, stop, cancel. Hold on, don't. Your giveaway code is !Radeon. !Radeon. Sorry, starting that right now. !Radeon, starting that right now. !Radeon, you got 3 minutes, guys. Let people have a little bit of time if they want to try and sub and get some extra entries. tablet that you guys saw built today. Really nice, just $2,200. It's beautiful 6950XT just waiting to be unleashed. Anonymous, 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. Mitsuki dropping a gifted sub as well. Mitsuki, make sure you hit enter do it one more time just to make sure you get your extra entries. 721, guys. We're now 29 subs away from hitting that goal, if possible. Lots of new people, I think. Oh, maybe not. Hunt to War is not new. I think Farger's at the top again this week. Oh, Vicar of Mayhem and Riddick. Okay, so Farger's not at the top right now. We got Hunt to War, Vicar of Mayhem, and Riddick. I don't think Vicar's actually been. Vicar has not been on the mat yet. So, Jedi Spidey giving 10 gifted subs. We got Omek dropping a resub, 6-month anniversary. Still got a minute left, guys. 732. Look at that, and we're now only 18 subs away. It's exclamation point Radeon, just so you guys know, not Newegg now. Exclamation point Radeon. $18 subs away from our goal for the stream today. Thank you very much, all of you, seriously, for all of the support. You guys are amazing. I really, really do appreciate it. 30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds. Yeah, it came out good, right? Not 10K? Does Anonymous still get tickets? No. They were just being anonymous, which is very kind. Yeah, it came out really good, right, Spiceman? Sleeper, you need to reach out to Blondie But Geeky. Okay, guys, you can no longer enter the raffle. Okay, our first winner, 6750, goes to Bubba G. Bubba G, congratulations, Bubba G. You are the first winner. And then our second winner is Order of the Oak. Order of the Oak. Congratulations, Order of the Oak. You are the winner of the 6650. Congratulations, you guys. Now, don't forget, if you did sub, you were still entered to win that RTX 3080 that is up for grabs this month. And you do have extra entries towards winning that full PC that hopefully we'll be giving away here in 8 days. So there's still plenty of chances to win here on the show. And you guys, I really appreciate it. Congratulations to you two. Congratulations to all the winners for doing that. Now, I do want to let you guys know, we did have one of the winners decide not to take the PC, so we are going to be doing an additional giveaway. Plan is to do that, I think next week, because I think it's an AMD system that we're giving away. So we're going to be giving that away next week. So look for another just random PC build. We will promote it and let you guys know. So there's also a chance to win a PC tomorrow as part of the ABS stuff, and then another PC next week. So some really, really great stuff coming up. And especially if you're sub for 30 days, you're going to get those extra entries for a lot of that stuff, which is good. And then Tom's going to be here tomorrow night. I think it'll be after the stream, though, but he'll be back. He'll be here tomorrow night and all that sort of stuff. Now, we have a stream tomorrow. We have a stream on Saturday. So those are stuff. We got Amazon on Saturday, along with just our regular build stream. And then there will be no stream on Monday. I don't think there'll be a stream on Monday, but there'll be 2 streams on Tuesday. So the thing is, we're going to be pushing everything towards Ryzen 7000 series launch. So we'll end up doing 2 streams on Tuesday and only no streams on Monday. So lots of AMD content and all that sort of stuff. So it should be pretty cool. So that's what's going on for the next couple days. And we'll tell you a little bit more about that. Outside of that, guys, have an absolutely amazing night. Super appreciate you being here. Thank you so much to my mods, to all of my tech specialists, to Blondie, to Tom. You guys make this show happen every time, and also huge thank you to you guys who come and watch every time. I'm always so grateful and humbled, both from the financial support and just community support. I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed this episode. You guys have an absolutely wonderful night, and we will see you guys tomorrow for an ABS Corsair stream and a pre-built and gaming episode. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.